National Chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, has defended the increasing wave of defections from opposition parties to the ruling APC, insisting that the prospect of a one-party state is not inherently problematic if it emerges through democratic consensus. Ganduje made the remarks on Friday after leading a delegation of 3 senators from Kebbi State to a meeting with President Bola Tinubu at the presidential villa. The senators Adamu Aliero, Yahaya Abdullahi, and Garba Maidoki, formerly members of the opposition People's Democratic Party, formally declared their intention to join the APC. Speaking to journalists after the meeting, Ganduje downplayed concerns around the implications of Nigeria tilting towards a one-party system, pointing to China's political structure as a functioning example. He said, "We came here so that Mr. President can bless this resolution, and Mr. President has graciously done so. On Tuesday, I urge you to go and see what will happen in the chambers." Responding to questions about whether the flood of defections could undermine Nigeria's democratic diversity, Ganduje said, "If a one-party state is a wish and a blessing to Nigeria, a one-party state is not by force, it is by negotiation and persuasion. If other political parties see the positive effects of APC's governance and choose to join us willingly, there is nothing wrong with that." He added, "They say too many cooks spoil the broth. Likewise, too many political parties can complicate governance. China is one of the strongest countries in the world and it runs a one-party system." While Ganduje was quick to clarify that the APC is not explicitly pursuing a one-party agenda, he emphasized that the party would continue to welcome defectors who align with its vision. "We are not saying we are working for a one-party system," he said. "But if that is what Nigerians want, and if people want to join us out of conviction, not compulsion, then we cannot quarrel with the people's wish and will."
Laurentia, the statement of Ganduje is neither here nor there, but like I always posit, the beauty of the Nigerian democracy is the more the merrier. Because our constitution did not envisage a one-party system, and no matter how it is, they said no matter how the teeth all has removed from the mouth, if it remains one, you still need a chewing stick. So the APC is jittery because of what they didn't believe what happened in 2023 because of the tsunami caused by Labour Party, so to say. And again, you find out that those other political parties are the one I have to blame. I know that Ganduje is replying to the statement or the speech made by Goodluck Jonathan. Goodluck Jonathan is the person that he's replying to indirectly, but we got the message that he's replying him. I blame what is happening, the tsunami and the wave of defection to the opposition party, internal wrangling in their own political parties, because remember that those that are defecting are political office holders who want to secure their next election. You cannot blame them. Hence, their parent political parties, their mother political parties are not doing anything to show that they can strongly challenge and give them that support to win their next election. They have to jump ship. So, what am I saying is that I want to blame it on the voices and the personalities of people like Jonathan. Look at this, the little problem between Wike and the Fubara suspended. Jonathan, as a former president, just tell me, Laurentia, if this thing would be a northern state, that somebody like the former president, Abubakar, what do you call him, the one that handed over to Olusegun Obasanjo, Abdul Salami Abubakar, we call those two warring parties and they will not listen to him. that a Babangida, despite that he's in wheelchair, still wields a significant power in the north, and then who becomes a president in Nigeria? That something will be happening in his state, and he will summon the person will go. Or somebody like Danjuma in Taraba State. Why don't we have such people in the south? Jonathan, a governor, a deputy governor, a vice president, acting president, and a substantive president in Nigeria cannot wield such power. He is member of the PDP. Immediately Obasanjo left and tore his party card. Jonathan was the next person that would have stood in feet into the ship of Obasanjo and galvanized PDP to be more stronger. But where is he? Labour Party is neither here nor there. An MPP, you could see how Kwankwaso is still a vagus in politics. Like Atiku, he doesn't have what the Igbo people call a kwenwebe. He's a bird that cannot perch anywhere. He continued to move from where, and he has also come out to say that Ganduje, that a one-party system is inimical to the development of Nigeria. That means I don't even know whether he is going by that utterance, whether he will go to be joining APC, because I heard it yesterday from a reliable source that he has said that one-party system in Nigeria is inimical. So, Laurentia, what do you call him? Ganduje can brag as much as he can. I blame it on political parties and not on the politicians that are defecting, who has failed to mend whatever disagreement they have in their parties in order to reposition them to be healthy, a vehicle for somebody to vie in, because a political party is a vehicle for politicians to vie for positions. If the vehicle is not, like Eno said, if the vehicle or the airbus or the ship is wrecked, what can the righteous do? Okay,
I want to quote Ganduje, because I find Ganduje's statement very, very troubling, and I'm going to quote him. He said, they say too many cooks spoil the broth. Likewise, too many political parties can complicate governance. China is one of the strongest countries in the world, and it runs a one-party system. Now, I find that very, very troubling, worrisome, because China is not known as a democratic country. China is run by a one-party system, the Communist Party of China, and that is a one-party system. It suppresses dissent.
Yes.
There is lack of free and fair elections in China. You have the state control, absolute state control in China.
It involves socialism, capitalism,
even when it comes to global ranking, China it rates low.
Yes.
In democracy. What is practiced in China is not considered
as
according to global index as democracy.
Of course, you are right.
And here we have the national chairman
of a ruling party.
Of a party. I'm not interested whether it's ruling right now or opposition. But now you have the national chairman of a party in Nigeria, who one would say, in quotes, is educated, who was once a governor, who ran elections as deputy governor, as governor, who also is now claims to be a democratic national chairman of a party,
of a progressive party.
That's
what they,
coming.
Yes, that's what they pride themselves.
Party in a democratic country.
Yes,
is somehow, by some very strange conspiracy theory, is aligning Nigeria's system of governance to that of China. Now, I am saying this is worrisome because he is driving the seats of this political party, and therefore there are alignments and political realignments. I cannot take away Ganduje in these negotiations, and here he is saying it is okay for the country to be a one-party system because China is known to be among the strongest countries in the world.
And now use the example to compare what we need to have.
He's saying that the strength of China is coming from a communist kind of regime that is tainted, though they are saying that they are socialists. China is even defending they are saying it's socialist. However, according to the World Global Index rating, China is in the lowest, what is in China cannot be considered to be a democracy. Is Ganduje, by his statement, telling Nigerians what to expect in 2027?
Fortunately, no. I say fortunately, still if you listen to me when I started my statement, I said that the Nigerian constitution is the grand norm, is the foundation of whatever we are practicing. So it did not capture one-party system. So whatever Ganduje is saying is he is coming from a position of an overfed bird that after having a good meal prepared by his owner is now calling the owner out for a wrestling match, you know. So that is where I will categorize his statement, because now in the Sweetam, according to Deputy Minister, one of his signature songs, say as he the sweet us, he depend them. So a man who is overly in the third heavens, his aircraft is now cruising at the altitude. He's now he doesn't, nothing is disturbing him. In house, people they find him, they come. You understand? So if people are leaving APC, I wouldn't think he will be making such statements. So I categorize Ganduje's statement as a man who has been overly overfed.
Well, that contradicts your earlier position.
Yes.
What you're saying now contradicts your earlier position when we were discussing Labour Party crisis. Yes. And you said, Ugochukwu, and I quote you accused the APC of masterminding the crisis in Labour Party.
Yes.
Now, PDP, on the other hand, has also made allegations of such nature. Now, PDP, as it stands right now, cannot contest an election.
Of course.
Labour Party, as it stands right now, cannot contest an election, as it were. So when you are looking at both parties, they are PDP is the major opposition party. Labour Party is the new baby, the new kid on the block. And apparently the new kid on the block appears to have growth challenges. It's not growing well. It's suffering stunted growth right now. So when you look at these things, which party can actually have a go at APC? And all these politicians that want to run for second tenure,
yes,
want to go for first tenure, have ambitions for their anointed, have ambitions for their anointed's anointed,
yes,
have ambition to retain structure in their states and their wards and their local governments. Local government chairmen that want to run, local government is now very lucrative. That even former commissioners in Rivers State are willing to run for local government election. So now you are looking at all the tiers of government, all the levels of governance. Everybody is pushing into that one vehicle that they are sure that it will not crash. Why would you enter a plane that you know
that 40? It's
going to it's not 40. That it will crash, and when it crashes, you might not survive it. So everybody is going into that one they feel that is heavily insured and is literally stronger enough to carry them. Are we not there already?
Laurentia, I have already said those things.
But you're contradicting yourself now by saying that it's not going to stand.
The contradiction is not contradictory in itself. I say those political parties that has failed to call themselves to order, brought it upon themselves. You cannot tell me that APC is causing problem. Okay, those that have agreed, how have they moved forward? Those of them that is in agreement, just like what is happening in the Labour Party now. How has the constitution of the country, how has the pronouncements of the courts given them the leeway to march forward? That means you will also find the APC taking advantage. That is why they always point, because they are the political party in power, point to them of using some government machineries government institutions to perpetuate whatever crisis that is happening in their party, which you cannot take away. And you see the appetite also and the infrastructural politics we play in Nigeria, that people always tend towards where the meat is.
All right.
You see them perching there. So that is why I'm saying that the political parties are brought it onto themselves, and also that Ganduje, despite the fact now that he's cruising, let him be careful lest he fall.
All right, very well.
Because that crashing that he's talking about, that they will not. So when there are too many food on the table, the aroma will be mixed,
possibility
and
of
there's
implosion.
possibility of implosion.
Thank you so much, Ugochukwu Ifeanyichukwu, for coming.